Welcome to Queenhood TV. This is Amani Jackson, your host, and also founder and editor-in-chief of the Queenhood magazine. We're hoping to keep you connected to each other, Queens. We're hoping to keep you connected to what's going on in the community, keep you up to date with what's going on in our health, and also what's going on just in the world around us in general. We hope that you enjoy the guests, and we hope that you enjoy the speakers. Don't forget to stay connected to us. Let us know what's going on with you. We want to hear from you. So again, I'm your host Amani, and welcome to the Queenhood. Enjoy! Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Amani.
Thank you so much for allowing me to do this interview with you and welcoming me into your beautiful home.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to have you.
So I definitely want to let the audience know, especially Stafford County, because that's where you will be running for the office of Clerk of Court.
Yes.
So I definitely want to let Stafford County and all of our audience know about you and about the office of the Clerk of Court.
Okay. I moved here in 1975, and I married my husband in 1990. We've been married for 25 years. Our anniversary had to be put onto the back burner for a little while for our celebration until after November 3rd. I took some classes at Nova when I graduated high school. I didn't get a degree, but I did take some classes. I am a certified EMT. Charles and I have two children, one that is full-time in college, and he's studying to get a criminal justice degree. And he's playing baseball. My daughter is assistant manager at Planet Fitness, Ashley, and she is also taking courses at Germanna. She's going to try to get into Germanna's nursing program. And I guess that's about all.
Well, you having to put your anniversary on hold for after November 3rd, if you win that office, that'll be a celebration all its own.
Yes, ma'am, it will.
So you'll have something else to celebrate.
Yes, ma'am.
In addition to the many, many years of marriage with your wonderful husband.
Yes.
So tell the audience a little bit about what the clerk's office does, because everybody doesn't have a full knowledge of that office.
A lot of people don't know what the clerk's office does at all. There are 800 duties that we're responsible for. And a lot of the main ones are marriage licenses. People come in to get their concealed handgun permits. They do fictitious names when somebody starts a new business. They will register their business name there. We are actually the record keeper of the county, and people record their deeds and deeds of trust, DD 214s for military. And we have 3 full-time circuit judges that have court just about every day. We have clerks for the civil section and clerks for the criminal section to take care of those judges. We have probate clerk there that you probate wills. Those are some of the main jobs that we do in there. There are numerous other ones that we do, not on a daily basis, but there's a lot of jobs there that people don't realize we do.
So it seems like the clerk's office helps run the entire city behind the scenes, and no one would even know about the superheroes that work in that office.
I love the way you put that. That's awesome.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
So I want to move into the interview a little bit, just so that the people who will be voting for this position on November 3rd can have a good understanding of who it is they're voting for.
Okay.
Because you are running against Sakita Scalota.
Correct.
And so it is absolutely imperative that people understand her stance and understand your stance, and both of you guys' destination with the office, what you plan to do with the office.
Okay.
So I wanted to start, interesting enough, in the news, we have Kim Davis, the clerk of court in Kentucky. And I just wanted to get your perspective on a situation like that, since that's an office you would hold. If you were in a position where something came into the office that went against your personal beliefs, what would take precedence for you? Your personal beliefs or your constitutional obligations to the public that you serve?
Well, this has definitely been a hot topic for the past couple of weeks. But it is a simple answer. I have sworn an oath to uphold the laws of the Commonwealth, And I feel that the people sometimes forget, but I'm in the office doing the job now, and there is nothing new to the Stafford County about that. We issue marriage licenses to everybody that's qualified every day.
Well, I'm definitely glad to hear that because you want to make sure that the people who are there to serve you are going to serve you no matter what differences in opinion they may hold.
Correct.
And so that's comforting to know. So I thank you for having that integrity and that dedication to serve the people. Along with that, Stafford has grown a lot. I know my aunt moved to this area when she said it was just trees down in the
Yes,
16
it's
area.
definitely grown a lot.
And I wasn't here to see that, but she says that you wouldn't believe the changes that Stafford has made. I've even heard it called a mini metropolis.
I've called it that myself.
Yeah, I think I heard you say that, and it was so adorable. I was like, oh, okay.
Because I was here when it was rural at one time, and it's definitely grown in the time that I've lived here.
So how is Stafford handling the diversity, the growing diversity in the growing city that is around us?
I know that we're handling the growth as well as any other county department. Like so many departments, we're in the need of additional staff. And our office processes over 40,000 transactions a year to all walks of life. We do what we can with what we have. And I think we're doing a wonderful job of it.
Have you noticed any issues with diversity in the city?
I don't think so. No, we handle them. We handle it all,
Okay.
and we process what we need to through the clerk's office, and we manage to do what we need to do.
So in addition to the growth of the city and the diversity that it has coming up, what challenges do you see lie ahead of the clerk's office, and what do you have in mind to overcome them if elected?
The challenge that we have that is the hardest is our caseload. The clerk's office it's a trickle-down effect. When you hire more deputies for law enforcement and more Commonwealth attorneys to process or to prosecute the cases, it has a trickle-down effect to our office. We're going to continue to keep a highly cross-trained staff and manage the growth the best that we can. Our office is awesome. We have some really great people that work there, and they work really hard.
Awesome. Okay. So at this time, if elected into the position of clerk of court, where do you see yourself taking the office within the next 5 years?
Well, when I'm elected, I'll continue to keep up with technology. And what I want to do is to try to put more things online for the citizens of the county so that they don't have to come through security and that they can do what they need to do from the comfort of their own home. But a lot of that is managed through the Virginia Supreme Court, and but I'm going to get out there what I can just to make it more convenient for everybody.
You know, Kathy, and I think that everyone would agree, that's really important because we are in a society that does everything from the comfort of their home, and we're so used to technology. Having that accessible to us means everything. You know, we hear it all the time. We're right here off of 95. So many of us have to drive to D.C. because of the jobs. We, commute such a long distance. The last thing we want to do is have to go into any other office. I want to go straight home. I'm ready to take a nap. I'm ready to watch The Walking Dead. I'm ready to do a lot of other things other than have to go into a government office and handle business, right? If I can just flip up my laptop, do a few clicks, pay a few bills, fill out a few forms, heaven. So I think that everyone in Stafford County would really love it if that gets implemented.
That's my goal.
Absolutely. We're right there with you, Kathy. We're right there with you. So your opponent who's running for office, Sakita Scalota, seems to have a very strong, diverse background. She doesn't come directly from the long history and experience in the court systems like you do directly, but she seems to have a very strong background in organization and leadership. So with you having a background with the court's office as long as you have, what makes you the best candidate for office against your opponent?
Well, I am aware that she has some law enforcement background, but I'm also aware that she has no experience in managing a clerk of court's office. I have 22 years of experience for service to the clerk's office, and the last 11 as the chief deputy clerk. I've been doing the job and managing our office with principles and integrity, and I know that I've got more experience, and I think I'll do a good job.
Awesome. I know that you're endorsed by your predecessor, so that must speak very highly of you.
It is.
I've heard you say the word integrity throughout this interview, and I'm just going to tell you, no matter where you come from, who you are, what you're doing, if you're serving the people, even if you're working in corporate America, integrity is one of the highest qualities for me. I want to know that no matter what challenges a person is facing, they're going to work with integrity.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, that makes me feel as though the job is going to get done.
I feel it's very important.
So I'm glad that that word is coming out of your mouth frequently.
Thank you.
So Kathy, before we wrap up the interview, and I'm so glad that you again let us do this with you, what would you like for everyone out there to know more about what you plan to do with the clerk's office for when they go out to vote, so that they can be aware of who they're voting for?
Well, I definitely want everybody to get out and vote. November 3rd is a very important day. I intend on following in my predecessor's steps. They have set a very good example for me to follow. The clerk that hired me, Thomas Monkier Jr., and Barbara Decatur, who is our clerk now and retiring after 40 dedicated years of service in our office. They put in place a very wonderful place for me to work. And I'm going to try to continue to enhance the services that we have and make it easier for the citizens of Stafford to do what they need to do.
Are there any specific improvements that you have in mind that you're going to implement?
I've got a lot in mind, but until I get to be the clerk, our clerk is still our clerk.
That's true.
And she's also a friend, and we've been through 20 years together, so I'm going to let her finish out her term and do what she needs to do, and I'm going to step in there and see what needs to be worked on and tweaked and made more serviceable for our citizens of Stafford.
So it sounds like you're going to have a mentor right by your side even when she leaves the
Yes,
office, just in case you ever need that assistant superhero.
Yes, it's going to be a smooth transition from her to me, and we're looking forward to it.
That's good. Well, we're definitely looking forward to the results of the election of November 3rd. And Kathy, we wish you all the luck.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.